Hey, how's it going? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney and I'm a fragrance and flavor enthusiast. Here on my channel, we mostly explore fragrances, but I sometimes like to throw in other content here and there just for fun. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has viewed, liked, commented, shared, and subscribed. So today, we have a first impressions video for fragrances that I really was not thinking I would ever smell in my entire life. But look how it works sometimes, right? Look how it works. So today I have something in my eye. So today I will be trying out for the first time the Magic collection from Viktor&Rolf. So I was browsing Nordstrom Rack's website like, I don't know, a while ago. And I saw that they had this discovery set and I'm like, that's really random, let me get that. Because I had actually wanted to smell a couple of the scents in this collection, but I was like, I don't know, they seemed not polarizing, but I wasn't convinced by the reviews that I got whether or not it would be a fit for me. So I was like, I would much rather just smell them before I buy them. And this collection was released a bit of time ago, so any of these scents aren't necessarily like readily available. I mean, they seem to be like sporadically released through different retailers that I've seen like throughout the past couple of years. But for the most part, the collection as a whole is not necessarily easily available. I guess you can say that. So seeing this discovery set, I was like, okay, this is my chance to get my nose on them. Because I mean, even if I weren't to buy any of the full bottles, I still want to smell them, you know, I still want to be a part of it, you know. So today I will be going through each of the scents, trying them for the first time, which I'm super excited about. And yeah, so let me just show you the box without blinding y'all, hopefully. So yeah, cute little packaging. I like how the vials are like going in different directions. So it's a cute little, almost like it's some kind of like magic book. So all of the scents listed on the back with the different, I guess, tarot inspired artwork, tarot card inspired artwork. So yeah, pretty cute. So I'm I am stupid excited. I am super excited to test these out. So I am super excited to test these out. And let's just jump right in. So I think I'm gonna go in order of the fragrances listed on the back of the packaging, because sometimes when things are shared in a specific order, there's a good reason for it. And just based on what I'm seeing here, I think I can see what it is, but we're just gonna go through. So first up, we have Dancing Roses, and all of these are listed as Eau de Parfum. So yeah, let's see how you open it now. Oh, I was like, what? So it just slides out. Let's just be very cautious. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, nice. So I guess I can give you a better close-up. Let me just make sure these are like secure in here. And child, I don't know how old this thing is, but some of them do look slightly evaporated, but we gonna make this work either way. So those are all the scents with their little descripty cards next to it, which I appreciate. So first we're gonna go with Dancing Roses. So I'm not gonna do a blind smelling. I'm gonna read what the notes are to you guys. And I'm gonna be trying them on these, and I do want a pen. Hold on. I'm gonna write the name first. This just helps me to keep track of everything without trying to, this takes the guesswork out of it, right? Okay, so Dancing Roses, based on Fragrantica's listing, is, ooh, this may be one that I wanted to try. Okay, so the notes listed are rose, sour cherry, lychee, brandy, pink pepper, and saffron. Ooh, so I'm not gonna read any of like I'm just gonna read the notes and then do it that way so I don't get too much influence, if that makes sense. So I imagine that this is gonna smell juicy, quite rosy, and airy. Now, I had been at one point on the hunt for a peppery rose scent, but I think I found like what I was looking for in Atomic Rose by Initio Parfum, as well as Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper from Kayali. But let's see how this is. Okay, definitely peppery, but not in an off-putting way. Ooh, this is juicy for true. Almost like Kool-Aid-esque and tea-like. Maybe it's that cherry note in here that made me think of Kool-Aid. I like this a lot. And you know what? I like this a lot. Okay. I was gonna, do I want to test it on my skin? I think I do. I need to make note of this because y'all saw last time I was like, wait, what? I couldn't remember what I did. So this does smell quite nice. Let me make a note of where I'm spraying it. So let's say left inner wrist. So what I'm going to do is, like in a previous video, I'm going to spray on my skin and then return to give my final thoughts. But yeah, that smells good. Let's see how it smells on me. Okay, it smells slightly different, but I smell the lychee more prominently on my skin, which I'm here for. Ooh, I love a good lychee rose scent, and there's almost a woodiness to it. I'm not sure where that's coming from. And y'all might know by now how I feel about woody scents. Okay. This is nice. I feel like I smell the saffron in here. Because there's a sort of like, yeah, there's a spiciness kind of, but the pink pepper note isn't pulling super prominently on my skin. I feel like, but there's like a kind of earthiness that maybe the saffron is giving. But that juiciness, okay, maybe the pink pepper is there, but it's like kind of hitting me in the back of my throat now. But yeah, that's nice. That's nice. We're gonna come back to that. That's nice. So next up we have Salty Flower. Oh, maybe let me show you. Can these come out? Oh, they do come out. Okay. So this is for Dancing Roses. This is a little card. Let's see if I can show you a little better. So this is for Dancing Roses. And now I'm going to be showing you Salty Flower, which is at the bottom. And the backs of these are just blank in case you were interested. So Salty Flower, according to Fragrantica, all of these I'm going to be basing off of Fragrantica just so I'm not repetitive. But the notes listed are, so the top notes are sea salt, bergamot, and orange blossom. The middle notes are frangipani, tuberose, and jasmine sambac. And the base notes are ambroxan and moss. I'm like holding back a smile because I'm like, I'm really gonna like this based on the notes at least. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like this one a lot. I'm here for a salty, sweet, citrusy scent. Now I'm assuming it's sweet, and I'm assuming it's sweet because of the tuberose and frangipani, but let me just make a note on my test strip, and we're gonna spray it on my right wrist. Actually, let's wait and see, because let's see how it smells on paper first before I do it on my skin. So yeah, so this is Salty Flower. Okay, it smells kind of, in my eye a little bit, aquatic. Kind of reminded me of Olympia from the first sniff while it was in the air. Okay, that's what this reminds me of. But Olympia with more yellow florals. But this smelled good though. And the jasmine is pulling like jasmine tea to me, which happens a lot to my nose. It's pretty though. I like it. But I feel like right now it smells too similar to Olympia for me to be like, must find this. And there is like a kind of earthiness that's coming in from the moss. It almost wants to smell like, hear me out here, but I don't know if that's the moss, but there's like an herbaceous greenness that I'm kind of picking up on slightly. Ooh, but it's getting kind of creamy now. Ooh, I like this a lot. Okay, this smells good. This just smells good. But like I said, it kind of reminds me of Olympia, but more yellow florals, kind of more, slightly more earthy. But I like that. I like that. If I were to run out of Olympia and for whatever reason this was available, I would get it. Bold statement, but it's true. I don't have to test it on my skin, but you know what? I don't have to, but I'm gonna. Let me just do that. So I'm gonna do it on my right inner wrist. Because I have the skin real estate today. I showered with unscented shower gel again and have unscented lotion on. So did I even put lotion on today? I don't think I did, but that's even better. So we're gonna try Salty Flower on my skin. Okay, on my skin, it pulls like nail polish remover, but I'm gonna give it a chance. Okay, it smells like that, like the sunscreen vibe, suntan lotion vibe that I think just comes with like yellow floral sometimes to my nose, which I really like. Interestingly enough, okay, it really smells like weed, I'm sorry. But it kind of has that like, that's what it's kind of smelling like on me. Interesting. It's not as salty on my skin either right now. So I would say it's like earthy yellow floral. That's really what it's pulling like. I kind of like it. I don't think I like it as much as I liked it on the paper, but I will give it a chance just to see, you know, as it dries down, what it do. Okay, so next up we have Sage Spell. Let's see if I could find it right here. This one is a little bit more secure. So the notes listed, So the notes listed in Sage Spell are top notes of pink grapefruit and pink pepper. The middle notes are sage and spicy mint, and the base notes are wormwood and patchouli. So I don't think this is going to be sweet at all, and I think it's going to be quite earthy in nature. I feel like it may remind me of a scent that I have in my collection, but I'm going to give it a chance to prove otherwise. Ooh. It is very earthy. I've smelled fresh sage before, and this is definitely the first thing I smell with this one. And I do smudge sometimes as well, but this smells more like fresh sage to me than dried sage. This doesn't really smell like my style at all. Even though I'm cool with some like unsweet herbal forward scents, but this smells more, this is definitely a unisex scent that I feel would suit someone who's more masculine than me or prefers a more masculine style scent than me. But I could see like, it really just smells kind of like men's cologne, to be honest. And sometimes patchouli does that, and then this also has a lot of like herbal notes to it, so that's also a factor. And then pink pepper, sometimes pepper can be like, and grapefruit, basically all the notes. I'm not really sure. Let's see what they say about wormwood. A bitterish, herbal, and strong smelling plant note. Okay, so it aromatizes absinthe and vermouth. So again, all the notes are like very much masculine to me, except pink grapefruit and pink pepper can be kind of seen as more feminine. But the point is, grapefruit and pepper are kind of like sometimes more masculine to my nose. Do I want to spray it? Why not? Why not? We're gonna do, I don't know how I'm gonna label this, but no, let's do inner left forearm. Inner left forearm. Smells a little better to me on the second try. It does remind me of something. I'm wondering, okay, I was thinking it would smell like Wood Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone, which it kind of vibes like, I guess, because of that sage prominent quality about it, but okay. It smells kind of clean, but like a men's cleaning product. And I think I've smelled this on someone I was seeing before, like a product they used that kind of smells like this. Or smelled like this. I don't know. It's okay. I mean, it's not my style, but you never know. It could dry down and just like change my entire life, right? But anyway, moving on. Okie dokes. So next up we have Liquid Diamonds, which I think is the one that I actually was considering getting at one point. And I can't remember why. So we're gonna explore the notes in a second. So Liquid Diamonds. Oops. So this is Liquid Diamonds artwork. I didn't really even look at the artwork like that. Let me look, because I appreciate that. All right, so Liquid Diamonds lists notes of pink pepper as the top note. Middle notes, there's peony, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, ylang ylang, and the base notes are musk and patchouli. Okay. I'm wondering if I was interested in this one because maybe it was the most popular at the time I became aware of this entire collection. And also maybe the peppery rosiness, maybe, because like I said, you know, at a certain point in life, I was looking for a peppery rose scent that I felt suited me. And now that I see that it has yellow florals in it and musk, which I do appreciate, and jasmine, I'm like, maybe that's why. I don't know. I don't remember. But we're going to spray it today and see what's up. Okay. Oh, right. Yes. I remember now. Because someone had described it as like a very, like, expensive smelling clean smell. This smells like expensive ass soap. And I mean that in the most flattering way possible. I like this. Yeah, it smells like expensive ass soap. I like it though. I'm here for a clean scent, a clean smelling scent, that is. Okay, yeah, that's totally what it reminds me of. Like, rich and you bathe regularly. And what you bathe with is pricey. I like this. Let me spray it on. Okay, we're gonna do the inner right forearm. Yeah, it smells really nice. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. There's a note, let me see if I can figure it out. Something that smells kind of unfamiliar, which is making me think maybe that's the peony. The best way I could describe it is round. And I'm not sure if I'm seeing something round or I'm feeling round, but there's a roundness that I'm picking up. And now it does smell slightly different from the paper, but it does have that, like how do I explain it? Because I was gonna say like how Prada La Femme has like a yellow floral soapy vibe to me. This too has that, but it is definitely not sweet at all, to me at least. And any sweetness is coming from like the natural sweetness that one gets from smelling flowers. But I do like that a lot. Like, you know how, well, I can only speak for myself. Sometimes I want to elongate the experience of like how like a bar of white soap smells on me and like smell like that the rest of the day. But you know, sometimes the smell of the soap you've used dissipates after a while. This kind of smells like what I want to smell like if my intention was to smell like a bar of white soap, but a pricier bar of white soap. But there's like an elegance to this too, which I really appreciate. Okay, cool. Okay, we have 3 more. And next up is Dirty Trick. I like the play on names, well, play on words that these names have. Let's see if I can find it. It's right here. Okay, this is the darkest, I think, juice out of all. I'm sorry if I didn't show you guys the others, but everything else is pretty much similar in color, but this is definitely some dark juice right there. And even just glancing over at the screen, at the accords that Fragrantica has listed, they're all like dark in nature. You know, sometimes they have the color behind the word used to describe the vibe or the scent of a fragrance. They're all dark. So this is Dirty Trick's artwork. And you know, I don't even think these are like tarot card inspired. Maybe they're just like, I was like, oh wait, magic cards. Like cards that a magician would use. Because I'm seeing the theme of like the magician's hat and the glove. And then the heart coming out of the hat. Now, can I see what's in there? I think. I mean, this is so zany. I'm going to look up the artist to see if I could learn more about their work. This is interesting. It's kind of like combining art and graphic design. I really like, and like typography. Cool stuff. So yes, Dirty Trick lists notes that I probably won't want to put on my skin. But anyway, iris, suede, ink, and cedar. Now, this color is just appropriate, right? It's kind of purple, iris, ink, darkness. I'm not a fan of suede all the time, and I'm not a fan of woody notes. I think cedar is probably one that I don't like. It's one of the woody notes that I've encountered that I'm not the biggest fan of. At least that's what I think based on my experience. But I'm still gonna give this a try because that's what I'm here for. So this is Dirty Trick. Let's see. Right? Yes. But I am curious to see how this ink note is going to smell. I will tell you that. It's like I could smell all 4 of those notes at the same time, but I think it led with the ink, then went to the suede, then went to the iris, and then went to the woody notes. It does kind of smell like, maybe it's just me, but I feel like I've smelled ink, like if ink were to like, if like a pen, like the ink from a pen got on my hand before. This is kind of what it smells like. Not metallic, but there's like a sort of, and even just doing like inking work before, this kind of reminds me of that a little bit. But then now the powderiness is coming out a lot more from that iris. This is so weird. There's like, it almost smells like a, you know what this smells like? A leather bound notebook, a kind of old one, and smelling the pages inside as you're flipping through. So you smell that suede of the cover of the book, but then the pages. Maybe that's what the vibe they were going for, because that's what I'm getting right now. Like a really old book full of secrets, but interesting. I'm liking it more as I smell it, but not because I want to wear it, but because of the imagery that's coming up. This is me debating whether or not to spray it on me. Sure, I'll spray it on my hand because I'm going to wash them at some point. So we're going to do back of left hand. Okay, so this is Dirty Trick on my skin. So risky. Okay, it has that kind of like the alcohol-y smell is definitely very prominent on my hands just then, but It's a little bit more toned down now. I think the iris is pulling the most prominently right now. It is kind of weird though. And like, it almost smells like medical books to me for some reason. I don't know why I have a memory of medical books, but maybe like, I'm not sure why that imagery is coming up now. Okay. I'm gonna let this one sit because I'm not too sure about it. Glad I put it on my hand. Okay, so next up we have Sparkling Secret, and let me get that for you guys. I'm laughing because it's a lip, a pair of lips. Oh yeah, I like this. All right, so let's get those notes up. So the notes in Sparkling So the notes in Sparkling Secret are lime, grapefruit in the top. The middle notes are ginger and orange blossom, and the base notes are bourbon, vanilla, amber, and white woods. Now I think I'm gonna like this because I'm here for a zingy scent, and lime and ginger, they do kind of, whenever I pick up those notes, it does have like that sparkly vibe to it, like that effervescence to it. So the name seems definitely appropriate. And I love a good orange blossom and bourbon vanilla note and scent. And white woods I can get along with because they're not as like, at least if I recall correctly, not as intense as any other wood note that I've smelled before. But anyway, let's just get to sniffing. Okay. What am I picking up first? The lime is in there, but something's kind of muted, and I'm wondering if it's the amber. And now I feel like the citruses are more prominent. Okay, so now this is nice, right? I think it was maybe kind of woody in the opening actually to my nose. And now the gingeriness, like the spicy heat from the ginger is coming out to my nose. There's a slight sweetness to this. And I pick up on the citrus quality of the orange blossom as well. This is nice. This is quite unique, but unique in a way that I think I would enjoy wearing. Ow. Okay. Yeah, it's like a woody citrus that's slightly sweet and spicy. It's kind of pulling a tad masculine to my nose. And I think that's only because it's not like the sweetest, but that ginger note is coming out. And I actually really like that. Okay. Okay. We'll see how that works. I like it though. All right, so the last scent in the Discovery set is Invisible Oud. Now, I'm not super well read in oud, but the oud scents that I've smelled that I have liked, I liked. So I don't think I ever came across an oud scent that I didn't like, but then again, the oud scents that I've gotten are paired with notes that I already like, so that helps its case. So yeah, that's fun. Okay, so this is the artwork for Invisible Oud. Okay, all right, so the notes listed are agar wood, which is oud, myrrh, benzoin, vanilla, white musk, and pink pepper. I'm not sure how I'll feel about this one. This may surprise me. I guess because it doesn't scream like, I'm gonna be sweet. I'm like, but I may end up liking this. And we're about expanding our, what was I gonna say? Expanding what I'm, what I wanna say. Basically, this is about trying new things to see what I like and don't like. Okay, so I definitely know what oud smells like. This has like a definitely resiny because it has both myrrh and benzoin in it. Slightly sweet, almost kind of boozy, and I think sometimes resiny scents smell kind of like boozy to me. Boozy like rum boozy. This reminds me of something I've smelled before. There's a kind of powderiness that I'm getting as well. I don't know if that's the musk, but it does have like a softness to it, which I guess is appropriate with that name, right? Interesting. Okay, let's test it out. I think I'm gonna do my outer right shoulder for this one. Missed my whole shoulder. Okay. I would say this definitely pulls like quite unisex, but to me, leaning more masculine. But it, again, it has like a softness to it now that it's drying down. Okay, interesting. So as I let these dry down a little bit more before I actually fully separate myself, I saw that they had a scent called Lavender Illusion that was not included in the, yeah, it wasn't included in the discovery set. Let's see if I'm missing any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so Lavender Illusion. So the notes listed for Lavender Illusion are blackcurrant and finger lime in the top notes, lavender is the middle note, and then pine and musk as the base notes. So because I don't have the scent here, I'm going to just read out what the main accords listed are. So Fragrantica lists the main accords for Lavender Illusion as aromatic, lavender, woody, fruity, citrus, musky, fresh spicy, green, floral, and conifer. And I guess the write-up that they have here is that it's an aromatic fragrance and it was launched in 2017 with the rest of the collection. Let's see if I could find an illustration of it for you guys. Okay, I was able to locate it, so I'll put it up on the screen for you. So yeah, that seems like nice, but at this point you'll probably know how I feel about lavender. Not a fan for the most part. I mean, I do like some lavender scents, but for the most part, not a fan. But yeah, so that seems like an interesting one. All right, so I guess what I'll do is I'll be back in a few and give my final thoughts. I'll be back. Okie dokie, so I am back and we're going to smell the Drydowns of all the fragrances that I tried. So first up, I have Dancing Roses. Yeah, a pretty rosy scent that doesn't really smell sweet, but has like a cleanness to it, and I do smell the pepper note. Maybe slightly woody. And let's see where I did it. Left inner wrist. Now, like I said, it does smell slightly different from the smell on the tester. But it does have a juiciness that I really like. I could see this being something that works really well in warm weather. Because this is more like juicy than woody or peppery on my skin. But I do like it. I do. I could see this working for me. Okay. All right, Dancing Roses. So next up we have, I was like, Salty Flower. I do really like how this smells. It does still kind of remind me of Olympia, but let's see how it smells on me. Right inner wrist. Okay. I feel like, again, it's like Olympia, but yellow florals. And like when I breathe in a bit deeper is when I pick up like that salty quality, but it's not very prominent. But it does kind of smell aquatic in the sense of it being like, I don't know if it's just I'm thinking beachy because of the yellow florals and the salt note, but I do like how it smells. Like I said, if I were able to get my hands on this one once I'm through with Olympia, that would be a possibility for sure. Next up, we have Sage Spell, and I have this on my inner left forearm, so yeah, I think this is the one I said smelled quite masculine to me. Dry down, I still feel the same way. No, that's not me at all. It's very herbaceous and not my style at all, because it's kind of way too, it's not sweet at all, and it does just smell like men's cologne to me, and I don't want to smell like it. Next we have Liquid Diamonds, inner right forearm. So okay, so I like the dry down. Again, still feel the same way about it smelling like a pricey soap. You know what's funny? When I smelled it just now, I was like, did I put it on? I just smell clean. But I realized my soap doesn't have a smell today, so that's what I'm picking up on. And I like it. I like it because I do like soapy scents, but this is one that I don't currently, like, this is a scent profile of soapy clean that I don't have, where it just smells quite neutral. Like, it doesn't smell too floral or too sweet, but it smells good, very likable. We have Dirty Trick. For some reason, Dirty Trick is smelling edible to me, or at least drinkable. I don't know why root beer is coming to mind, unless it's just like a very earthy quality that I'm getting, and maybe the powderiness in the iris, from the iris, is giving me that vibe. Okay, yeah, it's kind of smelling like root beer, but not that it smells like root beer, it just reminds me of root beer. Okay, I think I put it on my hand, right? Yeah. Oh no, I kind of like it. It's so weird. Like, anytime there's like a, what kind of note do you call it? Like an imagined note, I guess you can say. Usually that's what I pick up on the strongest. I do kind of like it though. It's so weird. I have no idea where I would wear this. I guess anywhere that I would want to stand out. Interesting. I may actually explore this one more. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, next up we have Sparkling Secret. Okay, the jasmine is definitely the most prominent note I smell on the tester. Outer left shoulder. I do smell the jasmine. It's not as sparkly as it was in the opening, that's for sure. It's jasmine-y and slightly woody on my skin. But it's not smelling like unique enough for me to be like, oh yeah, I totally need to get it, because it's so jasmine forward, and I have a few jasmine scents that satisfy me. But I will say that I'm picking up on the citrus quality of the scent, but citrus with zero sweetness. I think that's what makes this not really for me and smelling maybe a little bit more masculine leaning, is because I don't detect any sweetness in it, which is something that I typically like when it comes to scents that I wear for myself. So last up we have Invisible Oud. It's a quite pleasant scent on the tester because yes, I smell the oud, but it's toned down and kind of powdery and Only slightly sweet. Yes, the resiny quality is there, but it's not overpowering at all. I would say that it's, on my skin, it's quite soft. I think I'm still debating whether or not I like it because of the resiny quality to it, which, like I said before, kind of pulls kind of rummish to me. But I will say that, oh, I put cover up my mic the whole time. So it does smell kind of rummish to me, and I will say that if I were to explore or look into resiny oody scents that would work well for me, this smells like something that could work because of its powdery, soft quality about it, and it's not like overpowering or like intense. It's invisible. So guys, that was super exciting, and I'm so grateful that I got to try all of those scents out today because it's something I've been wanting to do, and I got to do it. So please, please, please let me know down below if you have any of the scents from the Magic Collection from Viktor&Rolf. I would love to know, and I would love to know what your experience is with them. And also, if you haven't tried them, let me know down below which of the scents that I shared with you today are ones that you would be interested in scoping the internet for. I am curious. So as always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you later. Bye! Break time, what you gonna do, what you gonna go, wait, what you gonna do when you're on a break? I care for you. Hey, how's it going? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney, and I'm a fragrance and flavor enthusiast. Here on my channel, we mostly explore fragrances, but I sometimes like to throw in other channels just for fun. Hey. I was like, what the f is going on? And then, like I did in a previous video, I'm gonna do